we're trying to look after soils. Ultimately, we're coming up with ways that either the pathogens in the soil are kept at a low level, or there's other biology and soil chemistry and what have you to actually mitigate that. So really what we're trying to do is sustain a very precious resource, which is our soils. Hello, I'm Michael Rettke from the South Australian Research and Development Institute, and I'm a Soilborne researcher on vegetables. So I've been a horticultural researcher for over 30 years. I've worked in post-harvest, I've worked in tree fruit, and for over the last decade, I've worked with vegetable crops and soil-borne diseases, so potatoes, onions, carrots, brassicas. As a soil-borne disease researcher, we're focused, or my main focus is on understanding disease risk so that growers can make decisions prior to planting so they understand what soil-borne disease risks they're facing. But we also work on management solutions to overcome some of those problems. One of our main focus areas is Fusarium basal rot of onions, which can cause losses of up to 50% in a paddock. And not a lot of research has been done in Australia prior to this project, so we've started pretty much from a baseline, but we are going right through to looking at integrated control solutions. One of the main tools that I work in understanding disease risk is we've developed Predictor PT, which is a quantitative DNA-based service. So we're measuring the amount of DNA of specific pathogens in the soil. It's quite good technology. We can do it in large soil samples, and we then validate that against what actually happens in the field so that we can actually get a good understanding of disease risk prior to planting for certain pathogens. Local and global food security is obviously going to be very reliant on having good productive soils to grow our crops in, and by mitigating the pathogens that are in those soils, either by reducing or maintaining them at low levels or having other soil biology to offset that, or chemistry or physical other factors, is very important. So that's what we're contributing to. Without good productive soils, we're not going to be able to feed the world. So with Bayer, because they do lots of field trials, or they have lots of field trials done on their behalf, it's very important for them to know where diseases are before they set up quite an expensive trial. So the predictor services are a good way of doing that. Winning the Bayer Researcher of the Year award at the Hort Connections conference, I guess I was a little bit surprised. You've got to be a little bit chuffed to win something like that, but a little bit overwhelmed because it was a massive event for a researcher style thing. It's good to be recognised by a company or the support of a company of that stature. Just being recognised in research alone, very good thing. It's very encouraging to us researchers.